Okay, cool. Here we go. It gave me a new option, so I was a little confused there for a second. Everybody having a good day? Tired? Ready for bed? Yeah? Yeah? All right, cool. Well, I'm really excited to share this topic with you all tonight. A couple shout outs really quick. We have Tatiana Yarger at Success Club 2 for the month. Whoop, whoop. Go girl. And she's also working on creating her very first coaching sneak peek group. So that's a huge step outside of her comfort zone, and we're really excited for you, Tatiana. Also, Miss, hold on, let me mute somebody. Okay, cool. Also, Marguerite is on the board with Success Club 8. So that's really awesome, girls. A great job. If you are not there yet, there is still plenty of time to get people involved and get them started in February and help inspire some people to start making some changes. So tonight, we're going to talk about redefining the win. So it kind of ties into if you're maybe feeling like you haven't started off on the right foot yet this year, or maybe like you're struggling a little bit, or maybe you're wanting to get back into the swing of things after taking some time off, okay? There's a little bit of everybody on the call tonight. So I was at church a couple weeks ago. I think some of you know that I've been tapping back into my faith, which is definitely something that I was missing in my life a lot. And so the boys and I went to this church called Calvary Church. It's a really big church, much like a Cedar Creek, so non-denominational music, very modern way of teaching the Bible. And so we went 2 weeks ago to check it out to see if it was going to be a good home for us. And they had this pastor there who goes around and does ministries in different countries. And he was talking about redefining the win. And the whole hour that he was talking, I felt like he was talking directly to me. And I just correlated his message to what we do as coaches so much. So I'd like to start with his story and what he shared, and then kind of show you how it I related it to the coaching business and how it kind of opened my eyes to looking at things a little bit differently and how we can start redefining what we consider a win, okay? So his message, they do a lot like what we do as coaches, but their message, instead of being health and fitness, their message is inspiring people to tap into their faith, right? To find God, to find Jesus, and to start following that path. So they go to these small communities all over the world that have different faith or maybe don't have any faith at all. And they went to this small little village that actually one of their ministries had been through before, and they prayed for the people in this village. They didn't really talk to them a whole lot at first, because this village was very known for being intimidating and maybe not the safest place to go into. So they just kind of prayed for them as they walked through their community. And so when this gentleman and his the rest of the ministry went through this village again, they came across this man who had been hurt. He was using a machete to cut down vegetables or whatever, and had hurt his hand really bad, and was explaining to them how he hadn't been sleeping well at night and all of these things. So he had in his backpack a bottle of ibuprofen. And so he took out this bottle of ibuprofen and he gave it to him. He said, here, take this, maybe it will help you to sleep a little bit better, whatever. So a couple weeks go by and they go back through this village again. And I think his name was Pung, comes out and he says, oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I've been sleeping better than I have slept in years. And I've been able to finally get some rest with my hurt hand. And so they noticed that he had this necklace around his neck. And one of the people that was with them walking through this community was actually an old member of the tribe, but had been removed and was now following God and had, made a different choice in life. So he was no longer in their tribe. And he asked Pung what this necklace was. And the pastor thought it was just maybe a part of their tribe. He didn't really think anything of it. And he said that when he was younger, that he was like demonic and something had possessed him. So his family took him to this witch doctor, and the witch doctor said as long as he wore this necklace, that he would be free, and that the demons and things like that would not bother him because this necklace would protect him. And the pastor kind of thought to himself, that's kind of interesting. And so they kind of said, well, what if we could tell you about a God who is freeing and who will love you no matter what? And he just kind of, laughed it off and didn't really say much. So they went on about their day, and they said, we'd like to have you for dinner tonight because you gave us you gave me that medicine, and I felt so much better, and I've been able to sleep, and it helped my hand. So they went over for dinner, and they were feeling more comfortable, even though this tribe was known to be a bit intimidating and things like that. Went over for dinner as the ministry, and he was just praying, God, if this is my message, is just to share your word with him, please let that happen. And so they go there for dinner, they eat dinner, they have wonderful conversation, lots of laughs and fun. And then after dinner was being cleared up and they were just kind of sitting there, Pung asked, so could you tell me more about this God that you were saying, talking to me about, or that you had mentioned? And he said, absolutely. So they started to tell the story, and they told him that he could remove this necklace and be freed and still not have the demons that are going to hurt him or give him fear or anything like that. So obviously it's not as in detail as what he shared that day when he told us over an hour the story and all the details that he had encountered with this man Pung. But it was a message of redefining the win. And so how many of you have ever felt intimidated to make a new contact, to reach out to them and start a new conversation, to maybe reach back out to somebody to start that conversation again, because you're not sure if it's going to lead to what we do as health and fitness coaches, or how to get it to that point, or you just feel intimidated by the conversation in general. Have you ever felt like that in any of those situations? Okay, right. So, and I have too. So what I was thinking as he was telling the story and I started correlating it to coaching is we have to redefine the win, you guys. He didn't, the moment he met Pung, he didn't jump on him and say, you have to worship God and you have to follow our God and what you think is wrong and all these different things. He simply was a friend and was kind and gave him a bottle of ibuprofen to help him in his circumstances, right? So same thing goes for us. If you see somebody who's struggling, they might not enroll with the challenge pack right away. They might not ask what you're doing right away, but maybe you know that they're struggling with something. And you can recommend a personal development book that you have found that works really well for you. Or somebody who really wants to know about nutrition, but maybe just really can't afford to enroll with the challenge pack and do a group with you right now. You can offer a free meal plan or maybe a handful of your favorite recipes. Redefining the win and taking the journey in stages rather than feeling like a failure just because they didn't ask you in the first 3 weeks or the first month or the first 2 months or 3 months about what you're doing as a health and fitness coach. Does that kind of make sense? Do you kind of see how, giving him the bottle of ibuprofen and then being there to comfort him and just being a friend along the way and allowing it to naturally happen made it so much easier for him to share his story and for Pung to come to him when he was ready to learn, right? Instead of forcing it, he allowed just little baby steps of, showing him the way and what they're doing. He built his trust. Absolutely. Absolutely. And by being the kind person and representing who he is as a man of God is exactly what we do when we're sharing our journey on Facebook, you guys. We're building that credibility. We're building that trust. They're seeing that what we're saying behind closed doors and what we're saying in a private message, we're following through in our everyday life and showing that to everyone. So I encourage you to start rethinking. If you are intimidated to talk with people or reach out, just start the conversation. Be a friend. Listen. Listen to what they're saying to you. For example, Katie, you might know somebody who has thyroid issues, and you might have I'm sure you have a lot of things that you have tried over the years to help balance that. Like Meg, she pours all of that out and shares tips constantly because that's her tribe. That might be a good avenue for you. Melissa, you might be able to connect to some moms who have struggled with having a baby who is colicky and maybe isn't doing well with eating and all the struggles that you have faced lately. Sometimes our mess and our struggles in life that we deal with every day are the biggest thing that we can help empower people with, because we've worked through it or we're currently working through it, and we can build trust and relationships with people based upon that because we have real life circumstances, right? So not defining that we are only successful if we hit Success Club. Yes, that is a marker, and that is something that is showing that we're growing our business. But we have to first start with the basics to get to that, right? You have to build those relationships and those friendships, that credibility and that trust, like Melissa said, before we get to that point. So I encourage you to start rethinking that. Think about, I'm posting consistently to share my journey, to share that credibility and to start building that trust with my followers. And let me just remind you, just because people aren't commenting or liking your things doesn't mean that they aren't watching. I know we've talked about that a million times before, but I had a kid from high school reach out to me on Sunday, and this is a kid I haven't talked to him. I think I've seen him maybe 5 times, if that, since we graduated high school. And I graduated in 2002, so it's been a few years, right? So I haven't talked to this kid. He doesn't like or comment on any of my posts ever. And he reached out to me and he said, I just want you to know that I've been following you and I think your journey is incredibly inspiring, and I'm starting to make changes this year in my own journey, and I would like for you to help me. They're always watching, and they're waiting to see if you're going to stay true to what you're saying. So just remember that those are all steps of winning. You putting yourself out there is a step of winning. Is that Tanner? Yeah. Landon. Hi, buddy. But putting starting this journey to begin with is a win, right? Taking care of you first is a win. Starting to put yourself out there and step outside of your comfort zone is a win. Taking steps forward when, like Tatiana is making that coaching sneak peek, that's a win. So empower yourself with that. I think so many times we get stuck on, I didn't hit Success Club, or I haven't enrolled a coach yet, or I didn't hit this goal. Goals are good to help push you outside of your comfort zone, you guys. But remember, just like we encourage our challengers to be excited when their pants are a little bit more loose, or maybe they have a little bit more energy, or they feel like they feel better because they're not eating all the crap, I encourage you to remember that same thing with yourself. If you're being more consistent than you have been in the past, Be proud of that and take that as a win. Empower yourself with each little step, because that's only going to allow you to keep moving forward and to keep empowering yourself to move forward. Yeah? So that's all I had for tonight. I apologize I couldn't make the call last week to share that with you, but I just really listen to your personal development, because church, I mean, I wouldn't think that church is like you're not reading a book, but it's still personal development and you're still filling up your cup. And that message just really hit home for me. And I really wanted to share that with you all. So I know that I asked yesterday, I think it was yesterday that I asked what personal development you're currently diving into. And I just want to remind you to make sure that you're making that intentional. If it's not speaking to you and you just find yourself doing it to check it off of your daily to-do list, find something else. Find something else that pumps you up, that makes you have goosebumps when you hear certain parts of it, or that you want to listen to it again because you are like, damn, this is really good and this is what I need, right? Yeah. Find something that lifts you up. Like right now, I'm listening to, I recommended it to Karina, The Super Life by Darren Oline, because food right now on this reset, you guys, like all you think about is food, because it's pretty much your full-time job to know when you need to drink, when you need to take supplements, when you need to eat, and planning it all out throughout the entire day. And this has been my saving grace, that I'm reminding myself every single day for the first 20 minutes when I am driving after I drop the boys off. That's my reminder. I am doing this because of what he's telling me, and it's kept me sane. So remember, whatever you find yourself struggling with, to make your personal development intentional and to remind yourself why you're doing this and why you're excited about this. Okay? Yeah, cool. Does anybody have any questions? Any thoughts? Anything you'd like to share that maybe has worked for you? Melissa's got something.
I had someone say yes, they want to become a coach with me on Monday. And then I'm like, I really don't know what I'm doing. And so I remember that you helped me with like my enrollment. So I was trying to work through that on my own. And then I found out that she had an account already. So I kind of had to throw it back to her. And so I helped her to like reset her password. And then I sent her my my link from the generator. Mm-hmm. But now I'm like stuck and I followed up. This is Monday, and I followed up with her yesterday or this morning, and she really didn't answer me. So how do I get her, like, how do I help her finish that without like being annoying or something?
Yeah. So what I would do, did she do a change of coach form?
No, I don't think so, but I was hoping that she would like let me know when she was going to look at it so that we could like walk through it together.
Yeah.
But I guess I just I want to use the right words when I engage with her again, and I'm not sure what to do.
Okay. So you haven't then connected with her since Tuesday. You reached out to her but didn't hear anything, right? So yeah. I would then tomorrow just say, hey girl, I don't mean to be a bother. I hope you're having a great day, but I just wanted to check in with you to see how you're doing with that coach enrollment form, and if maybe we could set up a quick Zoom chat or something like that to walk you through it. Our team is starting a new Coach Basics on Monday, and I'd really love to get you in that group so we can help you get started right. Because we do have a new Coach Basics starting on Monday, and that would be a perfect time for her to get enrolled before that kicks off on Monday, so that she can, be a part of the group and be welcomed into the team and start off on the right foot with everybody.
Okay.
So I would just say something like that. If you feel like you don't want to be a nuisance, just say that. Just like, I'm not trying to bother you, but I just want to follow up because on Monday we said, we were talking about doing this. And if she has if she's underneath another coach and you have she enrolls and all of that, what you can do is get her order ID number her email, her phone number, and her address, and you can actually call Coach Relations and have it switched for her. So that way you don't have to say, well, here, fill out this form to have you switched, and then you have to wait 24 to 48 hours and then enroll her, because that's just going to prolong the process. But you can still have her switched as long as you do it within the first 48 hours of her enrolling.
Okay.
And then
I know her well, and she said she had ordered a program off of TV. So that's why she has an ID already.
Okay, so she was probably assigned somebody that maybe never reached out to her or whatever.
Yeah.
That happens too. So you can definitely get that taken care of. And if you need any help with that, you and I can do a 3-way call with Coach Relations and we can get that sorted out. It's really, really easy as long as you have the information for her account. And then just make sure that your preferred placement is set to your strong leg. So I'll look that up and I'll message you what you need to have that on.
Okay.
Because you're going to want Aaron on your weak leg. So that way, when you start building, you can maximize that. Okay?
Okay. And I think I know which side it is, but if you can look at it and just confirm.
Yep. I'll double check and let you know after we get off the call. I'll text you right away.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, no problem. Any other thoughts from anybody or questions?
Corey, I have a question.
Yeah.
I've noticed that they're giving me a lot of customers that are enrolling in the free 30-day BOD. Are you doing anything special to reach out to them to kind of try to maximize on that and maybe get them to enroll in the
into like a group? So what I do, I used to email all those people and I got nowhere, and it was a lot of time. So what I do is I take those emails and they go onto my email list. So when I do send out an email, they get it, and they know that I'm their coach. But what I will actually do is I shoot them a text, and I will just say, hey, in their name, exclamation point. And then I wait for them to, come back to me and say, well, who is this or whatever. And then I just say, hey, my name is Corey. I just wanted to reach out and introduce myself. I'm your free health and fitness coach, blah, 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 blah. Courtesy of Beachbody. Just wanted to check in with you and see, introduce myself or whatever. So that's what I do is I text them.
Okay. Are they giving those out just because there's so many of them? I mean, I know because I haven't hit Success Club this month and I'm still getting them.
You get them the following month. So you hit Success Club last month, so you will get them all this month. And then when you hit Success Club this month, then you'll get them the following month.
Okay. Okay.
And then when you hit Success Club 10, hi, Boo Boo Bear. I heard you back there in the background. When you hit Success Club 10, then you start getting the paid leads. That's when you start getting the leads that are purchasing things.
Okay. Also, one of my challengers signed up as a discount coach. She's not sure if she wants to work the business or not. Mm-hmm. So I suggested the coach training to her. She's still not sure. I've not put her in the group only because I don't want to overwhelm her because she's kind of, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
But is that a good, I don't want her, you know what I mean? I don't want to scare her off by putting her in there, but yeah, that was my thought, is for her to understand what it's about.
Sure. I don't know that I would put her in the new coach basics because I think that would overwhelm her. I would definitely invite her into the team and just say, hey, I would love to welcome you into our team so that you can be surrounded by the community of women that I get to be surrounded by and have them empower you. And if you ever have questions, you can go there, that sort of thing. No obligation. Just let her kind of get warmed up to all of us and what we post about and that kind of thing. But even if they're discount coaches, I always welcome them into the team because I think that sense of welcome into the community empowers them. And when she does get interested or is feeling really good, then she'll feel more comfortable kind of checking out what we're talking about. Cool.
I just have one thing. If anybody is looking for a great workout, I've been doing Turbo Jam and I absolutely love it. I finally found my workout. I've done it for 3 weeks straight,
Yeah.
Which I have not done since I started. And I love it. So
That's
I
awesome.
want to message Janelle and say thank you.
That's awesome. Good for you. We
It's
need
a little old school, but it's fun.
Oh, it's for sure fun, and it's even better live.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have Melissa come over and teach you because she used to get live. And Chelsea was certified just I don't know what, 2 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So she can teach it too. Yeah. Good for you, girl. I'm proud of you.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my free swag today. My hammer and chisel shirt came.
Yeah. Woo-woo.
So I was pretty happy because that was the first time I actually like followed through and submitted my results to anything, and finally, like, how hard is that? It wasn't hard.
No.
Free stuff. Hello.
Right. That's awesome. He is so intrigued by what's going on right now.
I know. He's like wants to get it too.
What's up, Isaiah? You gained 8 ounces this week. That's exciting. Woohoo. He's so cute. Okay, girls, if nobody else has anything, I just want to remind you, if you are not yet on a Team Cup team, get on it, because you have 6 days left to get enrolled on a team. So get on it. Get on a team. Let's kick some butt. I don't think I posted it in the group yet. I am going to post it in the Northeastern Connection. There is a coach who is going to be speaking tomorrow live in the Beachbody Champion group. I think it's at noon, but remember, live videos stay up so you can go back and watch it later. In the Beachbody Champions group, she went from diamond to 2-star with the last Team Cup that was in November or whenever it was hosted. So she'll definitely be one to be sharing some tips on how to really focus and buckle down and move yourself forward during the Team Cup.
Is anybody looking for, do you know if anybody has openings?
Post something in the group. If there isn't, I know that there was Lori and a few of the other girls were putting a team together. I'm not sure if they followed through and did that or not. So post something in the group and ask. And if not, then we'll reach out and illuminate, or in one of the other groups, and make sure you get on one.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you, loves, for being on the call. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll get the recording up soon, okay? All right. Good night.